Hello, and to Worlds Collide race. We have a four fantastic runners here, and I am really excited to be commentating this race. This is Speed Gaming, and I am joined here as my co-commentator, Fly Eagles Fly. How you doing, Fly Eagles Fly?
Doing pretty good. Very glad to see all four of these runners tonight. See how good of a race we will have tonight.
Yeah, definitely, and we're definitely gonna see some really interesting plays. Um, we got the uppers that we need. We got the characters, as well as thrown in the Narsh battle, yeah, as well as a requirement.
Yes, the Narsh battle. That can be easy or it can be a little bit tough to go through depending on when you get there. So we'll see what everybody takes when we start it up.
It is also a barter seed, so that's a thing to watch out for. So, uh, so what do you think the outing is going to be on this specific seed starting up?
It all depends on who we get as our starting characters. That will end up deciding which way to go. Like, if you get Tara, like right away, you're gonna want to go right to Sealed Cave. But if you get, let's say, Gal, do you go ahead and do the dry meat to see what you get over there? Who knows on the Veldt? So it all depends on who the starting three are.
Yes, and also the 9 characters, 12 espers for the KT skip. Only one of them is required. So let's hopefully we see some interesting plays tonight.
Yes, it would be very interesting to see if someone's going to go for that Kefka Tower skip or if they're just going to go straight to the Kefka Tower and complete it fully.
Yes, and runners giving us just a quick look at the flags before they start up. Very, very kind to do that. So what are you expecting out of this specific run, Eagle?
I'm looking at trying to see if someone's going to be able to get that sub 1 hour and 30 minutes. So that's what I'm trying to look forward to. But sometimes it can take a little bit longer depending on what happens. So, like, depending on what boss battle you get into, just knowing when to reset out. If you can't do it, then instead of just sticking with it and trying to get through it.
Yeah, definitely can be difficult. I have hit a couple of sub 130s, but nowhere near as complicated as this. Google's first tournament is the thing. So, yeah, definitely a good way to get into Worlds Collide.
So, Goku, what do you think is going to be the first Esper we're going to get tonight?
I'm hoping it has something to do with calmness protection. And it looks like we're off. Look at Mog, Sabin, ooh, Go-Go as well. I didn't see what Mog had, but
Mog had Steel. So Sabin has Morph, Mog has Steel, and Go-Go, he can choose whatever they need. Fight, item, magic, whatever we can. We can set that right up in the stats for Go-Go as he is a Mimic and he can do any move.
it looks like we're seeing some interesting plays here. Most of the runners are actually going for the standard Mog start, but we see Zelfer going for the Go-Go standard start here. It's a very interesting play.
Yeah, me from doing Muggle's first tournament and just learning from a mentor is like going straight forward to loot right away, but different runners have different things that they do. Interesting to see how this turns out for the Zone Eater.
Well, yeah, definitely, and it's definitely a play because there are a lot of chests in there as well. But you don't necessarily have to get them. But it is nice to get early on, especially when you need things. Not getting knocked off as well.
Yes, those green guys can be tough sometimes. They can knock you right off and knock you to the floor below if they hit right into you.
Where did they get the power to do that anyway?
I don't know. I think sometimes it's like they scare us as the character and the character just jumps off. That's what I think, but it could be anything.
Not grabbing the other chest. Gem box. Okay, so not necessarily what they needed, but interesting item to get. Could be good, worth some money. Could also be a good asset to the team. X magic is a good thing.
Now with this particular seed, just seeing in the stores, like everything is costing 1,000 GP. So we've seen elixirs, mega elixirs going for 1,000. A lot of useful items, and that's very good.
But everything sells for half price. So that's the thing, is you have to have a lot of money. In order to get money, you have to go loot it. It's a concept. So I hate that returner NPC.
He always gets in my way every time.
Yeah, definitely not to be underestimated. Oh man, we're definitely seeing a lot of interesting openings here, though.
Yeah, it's very interesting to see. Like a lot of people go straight to Narshi, get the treasures there, and then they head straight to the returner's hideout. So it's curious to see what the next step is. Normally, South Firago to get treasures there, as we see Boo is doing that right now after the returner's hideout.
Yeah, Mogray now heading down the Zone Eater cave, but sadly, not gonna be happy with the reward though. As we know, it's a gem box. Not gonna be what he's looking for.
Ooh, an experience egg found, Boo found. So that's a good thing. Having that experience egg can double the experience of the person who has that equipped on. So that can help get some levels in the seed.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely wouldn't underestimate it. So what are you looking for to start like this, like in shops in general?
I'm looking normally to get like some kind of healing items because once you get out of level 3, you need to start healing your party. If you're in, just say for example, if you went to the opera house and you're doing the fights up there, like you're looking to cure your party members once they get out of that level 3 mark. So healing items, kind of looking also get a couple of warp stones so that way we can get out of dungeons, maybe some smoke bombs, but they mostly like remedies and echo screens to try to help out with bosses that silence our enemies or silence our characters or turn them to stone.
Definitely a thing there. Also, Mogray getting knocked off for the NPC.
And we see Zulfer is doing Tenzin, Saban's cutscene. And it looks like we might get some kind of item or magicite.
Yeah. I don't see a world where they check the chest though. There's no need, right? There's no need to check the trap chest. You're not even off of level 3 yet.
Yeah, it's kind of a little bit hard to debate depending on what you get. And ooh, Oliver is one of the trap chests, and see, well, does the seed allow them to use that?
Yep.
All right.
He's undead, so
Yeah.
no dead flag only applies to the bosses anyway. So
Yeah, so it all depends because a lot of the trap chests, you could get something that's really easy. Like, for instance, right here, Lobo. Or you could get something that's very hard, like the Pug, Master Pugs.
very true. Mogray heading over to the Turner's Hideout as well. We're seeing a lot of backtracking here with the other racers. What do we get for Zen here? Let's see.
Yes, two elemental shields in the collapsing house is very nice to have, so that's good to hear.
Seraphim. So that's a pretty good Esper. The Esper, we don't know what it teaches or what if it even has a level up bonus, but the price is kind of average for Zen Thief.
So which do you check first, Goku? Do you check it in the World of Balance or do you check it in the World of Ruin first, the Tenzin Thief?
Depends on the seed. If I have somewhat of an Edgar start, I generally check it in the World of Ruin. But for Mog start, I tend to check it in the World of Balance. But then again, we have the Go-Go start, so I don't know. It's hard choice. But I would definitely, if it's a Magicite, I would definitely check the World Balance to see what the price is.
Yeah, the one thing about it is if you check it first in the World of Ruin, he doesn't tell you what it is until you go to the World of Balance where he tells you exactly what you're getting, if it's an item or a Magicite.
Yep, definitely good. He just says, basically in the World of Ruin, he just says, if you want it, he just, here, take it for this amount of money. So Gar's doing the World of Ruin Zen now.
Zulfur is heading to the Imperial camp.
I don't disagree with this play. It's a good place to take fixed encounters, as well as well, it can be an Esper, it can be a character. So I don't disagree with this play.
So if you notice, you'll see a few relics, and the ones you start out with is the Muggle charms, and what that does is it basically stops any enemy fights, so you won't get encounters while walking around. So you'll notice some of the runners will take it off of one character, put it on another character, so they can give them a better relic.
Ooh, and finding the retainer, I definitely don't like that at all. Ooh, Celeste! Good magic user, and has decent amount of checks too. Definitely worth it.
So what would you do once you get out of the Imperial camp, Goku? Would you continue saving stuff, or would you go straight for Celeste's?
I might check the free check, but I'm probably going to be doing the falls afterwards if I do that check first. Just for the free healing at the very beginning.
See, I'll sit there, like, getting that character. I'll go and do her stuff, the free check, and the Opera House to try to get some levels before going to the falls.
But here's the thing: is that you're going to be at a low level. You're not only going to be at a low HP value, you're going to have be able to be killed easily. So get the free heal first, and then it tends to work better. That's what I've learned. And then you do stuff like, okay, if you want more fixed encounters, then okay, do that. That's what I would have done in this situation, though.
Yeah, it's all like different ideas. Everybody has their own ways of going. Hey, I don't disagree with what idea you do, so that's another way to do it too. So it's like just all depends on which way you want to take.
Yeah, definitely. This is why randomizers are so good. Is like everyone has their own route. Ooh, nice. Let's have throw. That's gonna be great if we find some skins.
Yes, that will be great.
Because she has fantastic magic power. Yes, pointing out Thor's a bad one in a barter seed, but if this was like what was it, like Ultra Sig or whatever, Throw would be fantastic. Best command there. Just especially on Slush. Yes, definitely. 2000 from 20 GP shurikens, and now 2000.
Yeah, 10 Excaliburs, please, for $2,000 or 2,000 GP.
Yeah, 2 Excaliburs for. Though on the bright side, though, it's hey, maybe you can get it for like cheaper than you could originally. But the thing is, you won't have a lot of money. That's another thing. So, which would you want to do? Like, I think this really incentivizes looting. Oh, that was not a good idea. Yeah, Gar immediately regretted going up there and jumping up. I can tell by the way he moved his character.
You can see Gar not going for the safety save in there. This part, if the floor falls right on top of you, it's an automatic game over. You're dead.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely recommend the safety save if you're doing it the fast way.
I know I've gotten crushed plenty of times by the floor above.
Gar actually going for the out-of-way chest. Is that for cape? Not bad.
Oh, gonna get a peek at what the prisoner is.
I mean, yeah, it does. That's true. Ooh, Straga's good. A good character. Oh, he's got his vanilla lore. Are we allowed to say the thing?
I don't know. Clean sweep, Pearlwind. So you got kind of your healing with Pearlwind.
So we what are we gonna see next on Sulfur screen? Interesting. Gar going to Miranda next. Ooh, a Minerva. That's great to find.
Yes, Minerva is like an awesome thing to use at the end game. It's not very often seen, but hey, it helps out. So like when you get that and you have that for the final battle, it helps out your character a lot, protecting you from those what's that, fire damage?
Fire, ice, lightning. I believe it does all three plus some other elements. Looks like Sulfur is not confident with their levels.
Oh, so we're gonna get a check at the Tenzin Thief on the World of Balance, seeing what he's got on the
Ooh,
boost side.
you hate to see when they explode afterwards. Hate to see it.
So Tenzin Thief on boost side has a Magicite, but in the World of Balance, it's 61,000 GP.
Ooh, yeah,
So World of Ruin it is.
yeah. So definitely go World of Ruin.
Yes, Boo was the only one so far to find the experience egg in South Farrago, so that will help out.
I don't know how we're supposed to get 35k in a barter seed. That is a good question that I don't have the answer to right now. Ooh, Mog can use the Minerva. While we're watching these awesome racers, I just want to point out that for all the people doing the restream and the runners and all those great people that are putting on a show, as well as my co-commentator and the restreamer, as well as the tracker. Follow all those wonderful people. They are fantastic. Great community.
Yes, it is a very great community. Everybody helps each other out. If you have any questions about anything, reach out to anybody and they will help you out the best that they can.
Yep, definitely. With my mentors, I definitely have had quite a few people come out and be like, "Hey, you need help with this, right? I can help you." Wonderful community. Would recommend. I haven't seen any offerings for sale. Have you?
No, I have not seen that at all yet. It looks like Morgray has the experience egg also. So Boo and Mogray have the experience egg. Don't know if Zelfer or Gar picked it up.
I don't remember. World of Ruin Nars. We're gonna see that. Oh, we are. We're gonna see someone taking counters right outside of Nars. An interesting play. Oh, I mean inside. It's an interesting play. Honestly, I see it a good amount of times, but it's nice to see. I don't see it too often.
We got Zelfer going to the falls. Let's see what boss we got here.
Atma. Ooh. So why don't you tell us a little bit why I said that?
Atma can be a pain in the neck sometimes, where different attacks it can change its ability. Right now you see they're doing bulk right to him, and it's doing some damage, but he can knock your whole party out with different attacks. So it's you're just trying to be careful, and then sometimes you might go up against his brother Atnum Weapon, and that's even harder. So it's ooh.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely hard sometimes. Wonder if we're gonna see those elemental shields come into play.
It's looking like Mog and Sabin have protection. little by little. Mog getting healed by the ice attacks, and when he does the fireball, both him and Sabin are not getting hit for too much. They're taking 0 damage.
Yeah, for sure. I think we're gonna see. Yeah, he's gonna keep mimicking Bolt too. I think that's what we're gonna see.
Now, the neat little thing with Gogo, he has the mimic ability. So if he's mimicking the magic, he does not use any magic points.
Ooh, that's not what you want to see. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a reset here. Oh, that's a reset. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a reset because that was just horrible. He's like, nope, not doing it right now.
That's where Atnum can be a tough boss fight. Looking like Boo's doing the Opera House.
Not a bad choice. Looks like we're gonna see just a full heal from the airship because he's like, I'm not doing this right now. Respect him. Ooh. Seen that come out on Mongra's side. I don't know what wiped 2 party members, but something did. Are we gonna see Matchstick Factory come into play?
Look like pretty easy fight for the Opera House.
Oh yeah, for sure. Those guys really aren't that bad. It's good to see some good early fights, some easy ones. Did Boo purchase or get a curse ring? Because it looks like he has one on.
Yeah, I did not see they purchased the curse ring or anything.
I guess we're seeing Matchstick Factory. I mean, if you're Gar here, where like are you finishing the Matchstick Factory?
So here's the neat part, and that's why it's neat to have 3 save spots. So I would save it before I even enter there, and do a second save spot for going through the Magitech factory. Because if you have a tough battle, it's going to be like tough to get through, and you don't want to be personally stuck there.
You can warp stone out of the Matchstick Factory though. That is an option.
Ooh, Boo just got L5 doomed by the trappers in the Opera House.
Ooh, yeah, that's a tough one. Luckily, Mog was not a multiple of 5. Otherwise, the entire party would be wiped. Thankfully. That's something you don't like to see.
And it's looking like Gar's got the tentacles for the Ifrit Shiva battle.
Doesn't seem like the experience is too much right now on Mongra's side. In Barter Seed, you really value your consumables. Well, at least that was not the case this time. At least this time he didn't find the trappers.
All right. See Boo get through this to see who the boss is at the Opera House.
Where did they find earrings at?
I think that was found South Furigo, I think. The relic shop.
World Burn. Which one?
Thought I remember seeing it in the World of Balance. I could be wrong on that one. And we got Amaro as the boss at the Opera House.
Yeah, you kind of wish you had fire because, oh man, what I wouldn't give some rods. It's one of those situations where a fire rod would just be so good right now. I can see the potential with it. Not a whole lot of weight tricking though.
Oh, and Gar got Celeste to do her critical attack, which took out the last technical.
Oh yes, desperation attacks. You often see them in when you're running Valiant Knife offering strategies in the final fight. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, so from the Ifrit Shiva battle, we got Ragnarok, and it has Ice 3 with the added ability at a level gain of 100% HP.
That is a really at this point you're looking for an Atmo weapon or a Valiant Knife user. That's what when you see that you're like, okay, I'm looking for that now because there's just so much potential with that.
Ooh, and Zelfer is running into Atom Weapon. Oh, it's gonna be a tough one. Got Mog and Sabin confused.
No, he got it through just fine. It wasn't too bad, it looked like. Mount Colts. I never really could understand why Umaro jumps after using Green Cherry.
It's got a superhuman strength.
Ooh. Magic power. Seraphim apparently also does has 100% HP increase on level up.
Good battle on Gar's side. Having Ultras number 3, where he calls on Chapone and basically sneezes, but not getting any experience from that battle.
Just as a little correction, it's Ultras 4. There are 4 battles.
Oh, number 4, I'm sorry.
I mean, I have to correct you because it's not correct.
I always get them little mixed up. I forget that he always has 4 fights and not 3.
I can see it. You don't see it too often. Ultras is one of those bosses where it just likes to take your experience. It's like, come on, dude. I just want to get stronger.
Saved in the wrong spot too.
Puffer's
So if
back
this is
for revenge here.
if this is Magimaster, I'm in a lot of trouble.
Morph Sabin doing good damage to that ice too.
Ooh, got Crusader from the Opera House.
And
Fire 3.
down goes Atma. We'll see what the reward is. See what Zilfer gets from this. A unicorn, not bad. Let's see what he teaches though. Ooh, that's quick in Cure 3. That was definitely worth it.
So you got two Magicites that give magic power +1, so you might want to give them to your magic power people to help out.
Yeah, definitely a good thing you want to have. I believe Zelfer is doing the World of Balance and Mog check now. We didn't see him do the looting at the very start. He went straight to Gogo's cave. So he doesn't know what the loot is. Maybe looking for a little bit of that cheeky trap chest. Gigantos. I don't think it's going to be too hard at this point.
We got at the end of the train dolly ride, Doomgaze in the Magitech factory.
Well, at least, just not no one's a multiple of 5, it looked like.
It's always the worst when you have a multiple 5 when you fight Doomgaze and he casts L5 Doom right off the bat.
And then you just get hit by it, and then you're like, I'm dead. I had one of those where I hadn't saved for like 10 minutes, and then I'm multiple of 5, and then Doomgaze just completely level 5 dooms me, and I'm like, oh, that's a thing.
Yes, that's the worst. So if you're in Zelfer's position, you got enough characters to try to do Kafka and Narshi. Would you do that, Goku?
He's got some pretty good power, so I would feel like confident at this point. It's like he's got some power, right? He's got Ice 2, he's got Morph on Sabin. He's doing some good damage, right? He's got some good magic power characters. I would feel confident. I would be like, sure, you know what? Let's put that let's put that 5th character in the other party and just keep rocking with us, right? I'll also see what the Amaro check is here in a minute. Oh, that looks like Edgar. Edgar and the Amaro check. So those of you who don't know, if you go up there, if a character appears, that character will be in the Amaro position for the character slot for the check.
Let's see who's up here.
See what we get.
Setzer.
Setzer is it's kind of mediocre. I mean, he does have like him as like a character is mediocre. He has a couple of checks, a free check, and then he's got Daryl's Tomb. The only thing like kind of redeeming about him is that he can work 6 dice naturally. So all in all, kind of mediocre. So are we? You seeing that?
Yeah, we're going Kefka and Narshi now.
Yeah, Gar gonna pick up his Setzer as well. They're neck and neck here.
As you see, Zelfer's got 6 characters, just needs to get some more espers.
Taking the fixed encounters. I don't disagree with this. If you're feeling underpowered, you can also take those fixed encounters.
I'm one that usually goes to the left side and tries to only get into 2 encounters, 3 encounters while doing Kefka at Narsh.
Yeah, same here. But if you're feeling like, okay, I'm not too powerful right now, I'm really underpowered. In order to face Final Kefka, I need more power, right? I can see it. Looks like you're just gonna take one. I honestly cannot do that skip. I'm just gonna be honest. I have no clue how he did that.
Yeah, it is a hard skip to do. Basically, for the skip, you're just trying to get like the soldiers to go up, so that way you don't have some down at the bottom of the second set of soldiers, and you're able to go right through, and then just timing right the fast soldier running back and forth, trying to cut right through before he gets to you, so you don't have to you avoid the fight with them.
Yeah, I don't necessarily know, but Welk being the boss means a very easy win. Just if you take that off, that's a pretty big thing there.
So
If
where
Gunner,
would
sorry, go ahead.
where would you head next, Goku? Like, we've done Kefka and Narsh. You've seen Guard do the Magitech factory.
If I was in whose shoes?
Right now, Zelfer, they're done Kefka and Narsh, and they haven't done the Magitech factory. I think that's the next step to go, or try to do
I
somebody
would
else's
be
checks.
very tempted at this point. I'm like, okay, so we need something right now. Like we need espers. If I'm going for the skip, 9 characters seems reasonable. Maybe check that. Just it's not quick, but you also have sensors check. But that's super quick. Could be a character. You also have Daryl's Tomb check. So there is a lot of things that is active right now, and that is Carbuncle. Ice 3, not bad, and quick. That's like 2 espers that we've seen with quick. I think, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yes, that is correct. 2 espers with quick.
I personally like the Ice 3 on it more than the Flare, though. Flare's good if you need like some some protection. Like if you some bosses like massive magic defense, then okay, Flare, you know. But otherwise, Ice 3 has faster cast animation, so that's just me.
Ooh, and Guard got Welk to go into its shell. As we see, Boo finished off Welk without it going in its shell.
Also, yes, Setzer, having you access to Setzer means you can search the skies for the Doomgaze encounter without actually having to go in and find it. I don't think this fight's gonna last too long. Yep. Fight's already over. Very weak against ice.
It's very good having Ice 2 to use against Ifrit in that battle. And a gem box for the Doomgaze battle.
Going down Daryl's tomb, I can definitely see the deck. You don't have to really do quite about it. Just to fight one boss and through dungeon. It's not super. It's not good. It's not a big amount of checks, but it is easy. And it has one trap chest in it. I guarantee if someone's going to try to look for a Valiant Knife or an Atma weapon, because but you got that experience egg, you've got that 100% HP. I mean, come on, it's like there.
It's there for the grass just to get it.
I consider that chest right there that had the fire knuckle a meme chest. Because it's like out of the way, but not too much. What about you, Eagle? Do you consider that one? Daryl's tomb?
Daryl's tomb, I usually get the chests that are right on the way. They go into different levels. Sometimes I don't even do the monster in the box one. I just keep going.
So for getting the Katana Soul trap chest, this is huge. Can you mimic morph? I honestly don't know. Is that a thing?
I don't think you can, but I could be wrong there.
No, you can't mimic morph. Okay, thank you for the confirmation. That's a throw. That hurt. Normally, I go after Katana Soul if I know for a fact that I can do it. And it looks like maybe some confusion, but looks like Sulfur managed to get the offering.
Yeah, so if you have Muddle and you cast it right onto Katana Soul can end up killing itself. So that's like the easy way out through the Katana Soul fight instead of continuing hitting them with magic.
Yeah, nothing really worth to use it. That's when you're okay, so you are like, okay, you're Zulfur, you find that offering, right? Are you going to go out of your way to try to find a Valiant Knife or an Atma weapon? Is that a concept to go with? Because you got it. Hello?
Yep.
I was like, couldn't hear you at all. Yeah, I said, basically, if you are Zelfer, you have the offering. Are you going to be going your way for a Valiant Knife or a Atma weapon anytime soon?
I would keep searching for the Atma weapon to at least have that with the offering, but push comes to shove, and when you're going through, if you can't find it, then that offering is just useless there.
Yeah. Ooh, and Magre having 2 people that were multiple of 5 against Doomgaze. Can't seem to get Goku back up. That's unfortunate.
You always find out, like, it's once they kill somebody and you finally get them up with a life or a phoenix down, it's like they killed them again.
Going into the Matchstick Factory. I like this play. It's aggressive. It's a very aggressive play.
Yes, it is.
I love seeing plays like this. Yes, that's the thing here. Will Zolfer warp out after doing the second check? Because if you think about it, he's already got 6 characters, right? He's got the characters he needs.
6 characters, 6 espers. Definitely, me, I would definitely warp out after doing the 2 checks.
Yeah, you generally just do the 2 checks, and if you need characters, you do the 3rd one. But in this case, he's already got the 6 characters that he needs, so he doesn't need any more. I think we see a warp after the second boss.
Do you think anybody is going to do the burning house tonight?
It's a longer check, and if you're not really looking for specifically for you're not looking for like levels, then I don't really see a reason to do it unless you're like desperate or aggressive.
So right now, we got 3 racers at 6 magicite, 6 characters, and they all 3 of them have gotten the Kefka at Narsh completed. So it's a pretty tight race so far.
Yeah, definitely. It's anyone's race at this point. It's anyone's race. So.
I'm always one that tries to go for the skip, but when you get everything, get the Kefka Tower open, it's like which party do you want to use, and sometimes it can be helpful, beneficial, or sometimes, depending on the checks you do, it might be easy to get the tower skip.
Yeah, normally if I'm just an Esper away, I'll try to be a little aggressive and like for the skip, I'll try to like go to the auction house and see, and if I can get it, great. If not, I'll just move on.
That is one of my nemesis, the auction house. I always get bad RNG there trying to get an Esper.
Believe me, I have been trolled many times. One of the bane of my existence. But I still go there because it's like, well, you need 1 Esper, right? It's there. Start pointing out that Gar's team ate a Quasar. That's going to be good for Strago there. Quasar's pretty good.
Ooh, Gar using the tent. A lot of runners like to use the sleeping bags at like save points because tents can cost you like 10 seconds each time using that. So
Sulfur is going for it. Going for the 3rd check. Okay. Now we're talking here. Generally, if I'm going and doing this check, if I don't need a character, I generally, unless I'm being super aggressive, will not do the 3rd check. So it's like, it's more time lost, and if it's nothing, you just wasted time. And a good amount of time, because you gotta wait in there in the car. You gotta go down into the car first, and then you have to wait the whole ride and fighting all the fixed encounters, and then the boss. Then you gotta go through an entire new boss fight, and then you can reap the rewards. I generally don't do it very often. I don't need a character. Oh, it is? It is. Okay. Okay. Margaret's getting his sensor.
Yes, I'm very curious if Boo's gonna warp out. Ah, Boo is warping out. Let's see if this would be the play to take the lead.
Let's see what Boo's going to do next. None of the other runners have worked out, so are we going to see? We're going to see an Opera Dragon? Yes, we are. Time for Opera Dragon. See an Opera Dragon. I honestly have not seen this in a little bit, so it's nice to see. Sorry, go ahead.
So just answer someone's question in the chat. The goal of this race is to unlock Kefka's Tower by getting 6 characters, 9 espers, and also completing Kefka Narsh battle to be able to do the final battle.
So that's correct. Definitely a thing. Definitely a new concept. Still in this race though. I don't think this Red Dragon's gonna last too long though. Ooh, there goes Strago though.
It's very interesting seeing the different parties that everybody's using. Like, you see Zelfer's got Go-Go still, and then you see both Boo and Gar have Strago in their party.
I don't think Zelfer likes Strago. I think he's anti-Strago. Whatever that means. Strago's not a bad character. He has a good amount of magic power. His vigor is pretty low, but he's a good magic caster. Not as good as like Realm, but it's a thing. I unfortunately did not see the reward for the Opera Dragon.
Another offering.
Another offering? Wow. So we're seeing double offerings now. Oh, now the hunt begins.
So we see Gar go into Narshi in the World of Ruin to do the checkup there. Which you got a dragon fight and a Triarch fight.
Definitely not a bad choice. Especially if you're feeling behind on levels. The Blue Dragon. I've had plenty of bad interactions with Blue Dragon.
Yeah, I tell you what, since I've been running this, I have not fought a blue dragon yet. And watch, since I said that, now I'm going to get blue dragons every time.
It's one of those things that once you start doing this more often, you get the feeling of fighting dragons for a quick and easy experience, and magic points. But yeah, it's definitely a bad feeling sometimes. Bad feeling sometimes. Definitely have some bad times with the Blue Dragon. I've had it to where he used like, what was it? He used clean sweep or something on my entire party at the very beginning when I was trying to get levels, and I had no protection against it, and I just died. You can do that.
So looking here, Zelfer's also now going to Narshi. Gar's preparing for the battle. Might lead to another Esper to open up Kefka Tower on Gar's side. Same with Zelfer.
See what Boo gets from Ragnarok. That's good. Ragnarok is one of the best weapons in the game. So definitely nice to see.
Yes, it is a good weapon to have.
Wanna tell us a little bit about Narapa?
So, Narapa, if you know from the vanilla version of Final Fantasy VI, on the World of Ruin, right at the end when you're trying to, I mean, not the World of Ruin, the floating continent. So, he has reflect, so it's hard, like you can't cast the magic against them. And oh, look at that. Gar got the 9th Esper, unlocked final Kefka Tower. Ooh.
We might see him the first person in Kefka's Tower this seed. I wouldn't see it just yet though, because well, preparation and all that, right?
Yep.
You gotta have your prep. I remember a few times where I didn't go in there prepared, and then I just instantly died on the tiers, and I'm like, oh right, preparation is a thing.
And so, getting back to Narapa, you can cast Condemned on your party, and could be different times that your party has. So, like one character could have 40 seconds, another could have 60 seconds. All depends. So, kind of can be good and kind of can be bad. But as you could see, Boo ended up casting X Zone onto them to end the battle pretty quick, which was nice strat for. So good.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
So Goku, would you like if your party needs leveling, and this is something that I've done, would you just set up your party to Kefka Tower on the right side so that way they can get the levels and then warp stone out and reset? So that way you got the levels?
So me personally, if I'm racing and I'm in the final Kefka Tower, I'm like, no one's put a dot done yet, right? No one's put a dot done. I'm a little nervous. I might just rush it just because I'm nervous. But like, put the strongest team on the right side, get some levels and whatnot. And I know that hey, I'm going to be able to beat them easily, like the other side easily, most likely. So just my strongest team on the right, the thing that needs levels, whatnot. Get them powered up so I can take on the final tiers,
So we got Gar heading to Kefka Tower now.
Gar is the first one in 59 minutes and 41 seconds in the tower. So you just pretend you're one of these fantastic runners, right? You haven't seen a dot done yet, and you see how jetty this seed's been. You kind of nervous that you haven't seen a dot done yet?
Not at the 1 hour mark, but I'm a little bit nervous at this time point because anybody could be right at Kefka's Tower and doing the final battle right now. So it's a little bit nerve-wracking right there, especially when you're getting into 1 hour and 5 minutes, and someone's starting that and you haven't seen the dot done.
Jesus.
Yeah, definitely that. Well, I'm not. I've never finished anything that's been below 120, so I consider this to be a jet seed. Not taking the dragon. Interesting choice. Apparently, Gar is very very confident in his party.
Yeah, I'd be the same way too. Like, just very confident. I'll take the battle and just go for it. Since you're not seeing a dot done yet, and just like, hey, let's go for it all.
Has there's the interesting way to group it. I was not expecting that. 4 on the right side, and then 1 on each of the other sides. That's something I never see.
So I'm wondering if Zelfer is doing like what I was saying for his strat and just having the strong party to get some levels on the right side, just knock out the dragon and the one boss.
So, Zephyr's pointing out something, and he's running this, like, what the fastest, if you're really, like, secure in what you're doing, the fastest way to do this is what he's doing. Right, you do the third party, and then you go into the second party, and then you go to the first party, and that's the quickest way to go about, but it's also not the safest route. But is the quickest. So, did we see Doom at all? Like the
No,
stuff.
we have not seen any of the statue bosses yet, and we have not seen Magi Master yet.
I was talking about the spell.
Oh, Doom the spell.
We've seen the Doom spell yet. Because that could have made that fight a little easier.
So we've seen X Zone, Break, but no Doom, and Break won't work on Senior Behemoth.
That's very correct. Another thing is, Selfer's finishing up his Behemoth, Senior Behemoth, so I like to call him. SR Behemoth, whatever you want to call him. I call him Senior. He's very senior, you know?
Yeah, I'm the same way. I call it Senior Behemoth. We got Boo doing the same strategy as Zulfer.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's a really good. It's really good strategy just to take your. Oh, Zelfer is going for the dragon. Interesting play. I mean, you're not feeling confident with what you got, then that's definitely the way to go.
All right, come on, be nice.
We got Guardian Battle. Let's see who this is.
Poltergeist Spicy Chicken. I don't think this guy's gonna last too long. Mainly because, well, not only do we have Stop, we have Ice 3. We've got Stop and Ice 3, and very much fire protection. I don't see this. I don't see Spicy Chicken lasting too long.
And another gem box on Zelfer's side for taking out that dirt dragon.
Oh, Zelfer leaving? Maybe reforming? Kind of surprised we didn't see a warp stone though. At that point though, when you're like, okay, so you're one of these great runners. You're not feeling too good on your kind of like party setup, but at the same point, you're also running, and you could have like people like confident on their gear and everything. If you're like, in my opinion, if you're gonna like, I would just think that you would hit warp stone out, right?
I believe Zelfer ran out of warp stones, so that's why it took the crane out.
Oh, was that? I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, you have to do the all walking through though. Again. Rexel, not one of those bosses you want to find in Kefka's Tower. Also, Celeste with a 5,000 HP. Jeez. That's a lot of health. I don't think she's gonna die anytime soon. I have a feeling.
Care to explain about the Rexel battle? How he reacts?
Okay, so very high magic defense. Rexel has 2 soul savers. So if you have an offering or a Dragonhorn Dragoon boot setup, it's kind of awkward to fight. It's
Can I
just
still
a matter of
cast
fact
Convert?
that it's random targets. Rexel,
Actually, that is. I
the
don't think so.
soul savers will never fully die. So you will just be wasting turns sometimes. I've had that happen so many times.
Also, don't have any commons
and,
protection.
yeah,
That sucks.
and he very weak against flare though. That's one of the things. Very, very nice. Not taking the Umaro there though on Maugre's side. Rexel going down very easily though. I do like the fact that I'm seeing the experienced eggs going around.
Yeah.
Gotta pass those eggs around just to get some levels.
I do like that. That is a very nice thing to see. That makes sense. Makes sense now I'm thinking about it. But then again, Edgar could lead to an Esper. I mean, he's got 3 checks. But in terms of time, ooh, that's a lot of damage on Mod.
Alright, Gar made it out of the Flame Eater battle.
With Mog at 519 HP. But hey, you know what? He still did it, right? That's the thing. Still did it. Yeah, so if you see a boss like that, you're glad to know that everyone actually has to fight it. So at that point, you're kind of like safe to assume, okay, maybe I'm the one who took the boss and had an easy time with it, you know? For those situations.
Yeah, so if you see like the easy boss, it's like Goku saying your opponents get the same bosses, so it's like, oh, I got through that real easy. But just remember, your opponents might have the easy battle too.
Yeah, definitely. I think something to watch out for. Sure.
Oh man, I was hoping for Magi Master of Kefka Tower.
Yeah, we see the dad of all Lumas. That even makes sense. I don't know. Can you help me out here?
Hey, I got it. That's a good way of calling them.
I mean, maybe.
Zelfer getting hammered by Poltergeist. I wonder if Zelfer had stopped the cast on Poltergeist.
Nice try,
Also
but
doesn't
worst
have
try.
the fire protection that that guard did.
Ooh. Getting
The
a call
Luma
for
Luma
help.
dance. Oh, that's a good one. It's a classic. Oh, down he goes. Oh, I just love being silly. It's great.
Daddy Luma with his Loomies. Chat, you guys are awesome.
Yeah, great to make me smile right now. Oh, that's great. That's great. Well, while we're talking about data and Lumas, we'll follow our from the restream team and the runners. Follow my co-commentator. Go follow the restreamer and the tracker, as well as the runners.
Probably should have put the gym box on somebody.
So it's very, very odd to see Garden make sure to check for equipment just to make sure everybody was set up. A lot of runners do that sometimes just to make sure.
Well.
Well, maybe Gar's just that like convinced he can do this, right? Ooh, yeah, that's Flare Star. That's not something to see.
Rago
On, Boo's
Mog,
side.
Celeste Sabin. Rago Mog.
So here, ready to start to get your party set. One thing that I learned is
have any
say your
identifying
4
there?
party members you want to have. So that way you got it in your mindset. Because there's been times where I put someone who's a level 10 in my main party, and it's like, oh man, forgot all about that. So a lot of the runners just say like their 4 main characters are in their head the whole time while selecting their party.
So, the reason why Gar went to the back row after that reverse clarity is because tier 1 hits really hard physically. You'll see a lot of damage come from it. You always want to be in the back row, always. But the arm on the back can be killed by instant death. The head can be hit with fire. That's its weakness, and counters with quake if it's killed last. Whereas the front arm doesn't do any counterattacks, so that's why we're seeing it killed last.
I am actually surprised to see because Gar has break. Did he use that on the left arm?
Yep,
Okay.
he did. Chat also pointing out that he did. I did not see if he had calmness protection, so we're gonna see.
Don't think we got calmness protection so far this run.
That's kind of like my thing is, okay, if you don't have calmness protection, how are you going to route in when you're doing the fight? How are you going to do the fight, right? Like, obviously, tier 1 and tier 2 might be easy, and then you get to tier 3 and you're like, this is where it all falls apart. So that instant death is deadly. No pun intended. Moving on to tier 2 now.
Yeah, so Zelfer, seeing Dr. DT put in the chat, could possibly catch up if Gar has any issues, because he's got Merton. He can spam that to use since you got the fire protection already.
I'm gonna try level 5 Doom. I don't think it's gonna hit though.
So for tier 2, we have magic in the back. Can be needed. It casts a really lot of nasty spells. We have the one that it's like machinery and some like a woman, I guess. Can be instant death. Can be killed by instant death. Does some nasty Magitech skills. Hit obviously just hits things. Counters with 10 hits if he's dead. 10 physical attacks. Kind of self-explanatory. Tiger at the very bottom. Looks like a tiger. Does some really nasty spells as well as can turn you into a zombie. So you always want to take out Tiger before you take out Hit.
Yes, Tiger can be a pain turning your party into zombies.
It should be one of your first priorities is to get Tiger dead.
Did we see any mute learned? Mute the back guy on the second tier?
I don't think so. So we haven't seen it gone off yet. Believe it or not, this is the first time I've ever actually said that out loud. So, yay me for doing things. Explaining the tiers out loud. That was my first. Doesn't look like guards having a hard time with it though. Answer's definitely going to be going on 7. Yeah, definitely. While we are watching Gar on tier 2 deal with Hit, we have Zulfer right on his heels in the first tier. So definitely a close one right here. If Gar does take a death, that could be Zulfer right as the finisher. We don't know.
Ooh. And Zelfer's got the gem box on Mog, so Mog can cast 2 times the Merton to help out with getting through. And you got Gogo mimicking it, so Gogo will do it 2 times also.
Yeah, and Tiger's weak against ice, so that's why we're seeing a lot of ice trees come out at the start of this.
Oh, and Zelfer's now on to the second level. Oh, this is going to be tight between Gar and Zelfer right now.
Yes, because it's going to be faster for Zelfer because he's got Merton, he's got X Magic, he's got all that great, wonderful tools, and we don't see all that fantastic tools on Gar's side, so gonna go through this faster, but not always a good thing to go through this quickly though.
So on tier 2, the one thing to watch out is the guy in the back can cast Quarter, and that can really hurt your party by taking a lot of HP out from them.
Alright.
Yeah, and Gar moving on to tier 3 now. This is where stuff starts to just make an impact.
So here on tier 3, you got only 2 enemies. The back enemy, nothing elemental can affect it. It just
This is where
gains
things get jacked up.
HPs back.
Potentially.
So, but that will also heal, doing Whirlwind to try to heal. And the front guy tends to do White Wind or Murton as the first attack too. So you want to try to take out the back person first, which has a total of 10,000 HP. And then the front character, you want to try to knock them out. But when they get down, get up to 30,000 HP damage, they will start casting Meteo. And the bad part here, which we were talking early, is the Calmness protection. His final attack is called Calmness, and it will knock out one of your party members. Sometimes he does it 2 times in a row, and it can take out 2 party members.
Also, a little correction on the HP in the back one. Exactly quad 9s, because I've done a quad 9 hit and it's completely destroyed the back one. So, exactly quad 9s. I have never seen that glitch happen. What?
Wow.
What? What kind of glitch was that? I have questions. I have lots of questions.
Yeah, that's...
I have questions here, legit questions. What did I just see?
Yeah, what type of W wind was that glitch?
Seen the video come out, like you said. That wasn't just my eyes, right?
No, it wasn't your eyes, because I had to look again.
Nice.
Ooh,
Way
we
to
got
go.
lucky
In the
with
block
that.
by
Sabin,
Sabin,
my boy.
Kefka, the Mad Clown himself. The one who ruined the entire world and gained all the magic power for himself. You want to explain a little bit of Final Kefka tier, the tier 4?
So, final tier, it's Kefka.
Saving the day.
The one thing
I
when they
needed
try
somebody to
to
throw Mega Elixirs.
have is a Mega Elixir sometimes, because what he does is one of his beginning attacks is called the Fallen One, and it will
Somebody's
take
got
all
Palador.
your
I
party
don't remember who
HP
it
down
was.
to 1. But then he has like a phase where he casts this spell called Goner,
Not
but
you.
he's like shaken, so you're able to kind of like try to mimic
Not you.
the battle system by the ATB by like trying to hold out on the screen and attack him, but he can cast that Goner, and after that part, after he does Goner, he can possibly counter attack too with some magic that you're using with Ultima. So tough battle coming up against Kefka.
Yes, and really good strategy pulling out the Palador right to escape Fallen One. That's a great strategy. I never think about that. That's a good strategy. I don't think we're going to see Goner come out. I can just see the damage that we're doing. I don't think Goner comes out. Yeah, we're seeing the elemental shields go off. We're seeing lots of damage come out. I don't think Kefka survives. I don't think we see a Goner.
Oh, we did
Oh,
get
we
a
do
Goner.
see a Goner. We do see a Goner. Kefka's a little quick boy this time. I think he's near dead, though. I don't think he's going to counter.
This might do it, I think.
Yeah, there we go.
Yep.
And Gar is in first place with a time of 1 hour 25 minutes. 1 hour 25 minutes. So let's see if we can get him in for an interview. Let's see, what's the time? Now it's 1 hour 25 minutes and 52 seconds. See if we can get him in here for an interview.
Little do you know.
Oh, there we go. We are joined by Gar. GG's on your first place finish.
Thank you, thank you.
Congrats on that win.
Yeah, appreciate it. I honestly was not expecting this. I felt like I was going way too slow, but I suppose everybody felt that way.
It did look like that. I was surprised you were the first person in the tower at the sub-hour mark.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised too. I know that I'm up against some really great racers, so yeah, cool.
Yeah, for a little bit, Sulfur was right behind you. He's on the final Kefka fight as we speak, but...
Okay.
Yeah. So how did you feel about the seed?
Overall, I thought it was fine. Finding both of the Ice 3 Espers was a huge boost to my damage. I was a little worried about offense before that, but that kind of seemed to make everything a lot better. And then with a bunch of, with the EXP Egg and Magpal Espers, it was really easy to juice up and get some offense going.
Yeah, we did see you swapping the experience egg. I commented on that, and I love that. I love when people do that. It's great.
I didn't remember the stats that Celeste had, but I figured that her magic power was going to be a little bit higher than Mog. So I was like, okay, let's get her some levels. She'll get more magic power that way, and she'll start being like a real heavy hitter.
Yeah, and I did see that Goner come out, and then immediately Ice 3, and bye-bye, Kefka.
Yep. At that point, Celeste had enough HP that she could survive an Ultima, so I was like, okay, let's just go for it, and if he Ultimas, then I'll just do it again.
Yeah, seeing Celeste over 5,000 HP on your side. Very powerful.
Yeah, that's the beauty of the EXP egg, right? Also the beauty of HP plus 100 Espers.
Yes, that is true. I seen you didn't equip the gem box. Was that something that you forgot to do, or is that just you were just going for it on the final battle?
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. I said after I stepped on the switches that I probably should have equipped it. I had tons of MP restoration and all the mega elixirs, so it was probably a mistake, but I guess it worked out.
Yeah, definitely did work out for you. You won.
Yeah.
Congratulations on your victory.
Thank you.
How are you feeling going forward?
Well, I'm improving a little bit every day, which feels great. I'm looking forward to more continuous improvement. I'm glad I made first. That's a first for me, so it feels great.
Yeah, and Eagle, do you have any questions? Any more questions?
No, that was a great run, great planning. What was your thinking of seeing completing Kefka Narshi to get Kefka Tower unlocked?
Oh, I loved it. A little bit of vanilla, right? Where you go to him first when he's all weak, and then you go to him again when he's a god. You take him down both times. Super cool.
Yeah, it's a good concept.
Yeah, absolutely a fun seed. I love barter seeds, and this one's no different. So
Yeah, definitely was. I think what won you is specifically the fact that you got into Kefka's Tower first.
that makes sense.
Like, legitimately, I think you got go mode first, and when the Kefka's Tower first prepared, and I think that's what won you.
Yeah, and like seeing the Mega Elixirs early in the seed, I was like, okay, well that's my healing, that's my MP restoration. No reason not to go.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. Well, Eagle, do you have anything else before we
No, I do not. Seeing Zelfer finished with a 1 hour 28 minutes 17 seconds.
So if Gar,
Okay.
if you're we don't want to hold you up forever. If you
Nope, I've got nothing else other than to say thank you all so much. Thank you so much to the Restream crew, both you and Fly Eagles Fly for commentating. Who's tracking? Is that Schwantz?
I think so.
Rad. Thanks, Schwantz. You should all go follow those guys and follow the other racers too. And that's all I got. Thank you so much.
Yep. Later.
Bye-bye.
So for GG's on second place, that was close. What were your thoughts on it?
Thank you. Much appreciated. I had a blast. These barter seats are really fun. I had a good time.
Yeah, I did see you were like, you got into tier 1 when Gar was on tier 2. So it was close.
Oh wow, was it really that close?
Yes, it was. It was very close.
Wow, that's good though. It's always good to have those close matches.
Yeah, got me going. I was like, this is close. Who's gonna win?
I will take it.
It was nice seeing the Merton strats on tier 1. That's what I thought you were going to catch right up to Gar right away, because he was just finishing up level 2 when you were starting level 2. So it was like pretty close there. And I was like, those Merton strats will help probably propel you.
Oh, I was so happy I got Merton up and running. It never ever happens whenever I play. So the fact that I got to do it today, well, I was like, yes, this is a personal victory. I'll take it.
Yeah, that's something that I'm always happy to have. Merton strats for the win, right?
Absolutely.
So I was watching your decision making. Everyone else went and did the Narsh, the Mog standard start. You went directly over to Gogo's cave. Any reason for that?
Alright. Well, I don't really like Kefka at Narsh, so I like to postpone it as much as possible. So that was one thing. And if I have to do Kefka at Narsh, I like to try. It doesn't always work, but I like to try to wait until I have 5 characters. That way I could dump one for one party and just have my team of 4 go down, take a couple fights if I want, go fight the boss. I just feel a little more prepared that way if I could postpone it a little bit. It doesn't always work in my favor, but I like to do it anyway. So that was my thought process.
What was your thoughts on finding a gem box as your reward?
Well, my thoughts are probably something that I probably should not repeat here on Restream. I was slightly unhappy. But you know what? I used one of them at the end, so I guess it wasn't a total waste.
I guess. Oh man. So the Opera Dragon was an offering.
Was it?
Yes, it was an offering.
Oh man. Well, luckily I had one. Well, I had one that
It
I
was
wasn't
like-
using, so I don't know
We
why.
were like,
but-
me and Eagle were going 2 offerings. What?
Yep, 2 offerings. No Well, I didn't find any Valiant knives. I stole an Atmo weapon. Nobody could use it, so that was useless. It was not a good time for the offerings.
Yeah, I was like 2 offerings and no one to use them. That's so sad. I was basically saying, so if you are Zelfer, do you go and are you ready to try to find it, or do you just gonna move on?
Oh no, you just have to move on. You know, either you get it or you don't. You just move on. If you hunt for it, you're setting yourself up for a trap.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Close one there. You and Gar were like neck and neck at the end. Like, wow.
I'm always happy when it's a close race like that. Have everybody having a good time that way.
Yeah, definitely, and you got a well-earned second place. So GG's on that. Eagle, do you have anything else to say before we let him go?
Yeah, just curious. The Magic Tech Factory. See some people just warp stone out. What were your thoughts on not doing that and just going through it?
Well, at that moment, I do like to warp out sometimes, but didn't find warp stones. I was running a little low on them, and sometimes warping out and just going over to another spot and having to walk through that spot and get to the end of it. I've had people suggest to me like you might as well just stay, just stay in Magic Tech, get to the end. The end of Magic Tech can't be a dead check; it could be a character or an Esper only. So, it has that going for it. And it's going to take a couple extra fights, get a few extra levels. That was kind of what was going through my mind. I've been convinced that if you go to Magic Tech, you might as well just stick it out, unless you really have like really quick checks to go to. But at that point, everything I was looking at, I was like, I don't want to do it. So I just stayed.
Last thing that I got, seeing you start Kefka Tower, having your strong party on the right side. What was your strat for doing that in the beginning and then going back?
So this is just a personal preference of mine. Unless I feel like super overpowered, I like to take my full party on the right side. You get to defeat whoever that first boss is in the Inferno spot. With your full party, everybody gets the experience. And if there's something nasty there, you're better able to deal with it. I don't think it was anything particularly bad this time, but maybe there's a statue there. And then if you want to, you can just take a dragon right after. At that point, that's the quickest dragon you can take. It's even quicker than going to the Opera House dragon, so you can buff up everybody a little more before you actually try to finish the game. And I was out of warp stones by then, so I really didn't want to get to like the 3 statue spots and figure out one of them was a boss that was dumb and have to go back. But I would have to actually walk back out of Kefka's Tower, and then it would not have been a close race between me and Gare. It would have been like, I guess it would have been between like me and Boo at that point.
Yeah, I definitely think that was the case. It all worked out for you in the end, though.
Yes, it did. I will take this.
You have anything else for him, Eagle, before we let him go?
Good race and nice job on the second place finish tonight.
Thank you very much. Thank you guys for Restream and SpeedGaming for hosting us. I had a blast. I hope everybody enjoyed watching it, and I will see you guys around. Thank you very much.
Yeah, later. Have a good one.
Have a good one.
See if Boo. GG Boo.
Hello.
What's up on your race? I imagine.
How's it going?
So you so I have many questions.
I'm sure you do.
So first off, what do you think of the seed?
That was pretty close to standard, I suppose. So not too bad. For whatever reason, I felt like XP was really lacking. Like I hit my requirements, and I think I was like level 31 or something on most characters. So I'm not sure what that was about. I don't think the settings were different, so I guess I just hit a bad run of low XP bosses. But could have gone better. I chose a strategy before the race to do checks I normally don't do, like what I consider the less common checks, like Opera House, and I never do friggin' Zone Eater, and I regret doing both of those things. But sometimes you go with something different to see if it can give you a leg up. Figure nobody else does them, but it did not pay off.
Yeah, and I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Eagle, but I think Boo was the only one to use a warp stone out of the Magic Vector.
Magitech. Yeah.
Yes, that is the only one to use that.
Yeah, I really don't like Magitech 3, and after already have done the aforementioned checks that I usually don't do, I wasn't going to give it a third try.
So yeah, that was I was just like, oh, you're actually warp stoning out. Everyone else wouldn't like, let's just go forward.
Yeah, I just don't like going forward, and I had other options because I think at that point I only needed like 2 more espers, and I had, I don't know, 5 checks available, so I just figured I'd get it somewhere else. Maybe not the best idea, but I just really don't like Magitech 3.
Yeah, and yeah, I guess that does make sense. I mean, you're not guaranteed to have what you want, but it's guaranteed Esper or character, so win-win, I guess.
Yeah, but there's like cutscenes and a lot of fights and 2 bosses, and I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't necessarily like it either, but I mean, if I'm like not, if I'm fine on characters, I generally don't do it. But
Yeah, well, sometimes you eat the bar, and sometimes the bar eats you.
yeah, definitely. And while we're talking here, Magre has finished as well. So that's double interview, maybe.
Why not? GG, Magre.
Hey, thanks. GG's to all the other competitors too.
Yeah. How'd you feel about the seed, Magre?
This was very different. This is my first time playing a barter seed, and the combination of having no access to any items and then that kind of weird ability start with morph and steal, kind of not providing any offense, was pretty tough for me to get over. I tried to take some grind fights near some free heals. That didn't exactly work out for me, but I eventually found one that taught me those tier 2 magic spells for my shields, and then that's when I got going. And I think that slow start really made the difference because I was, I don't know, about 10 minutes behind or so, 15 off of the lead.
Yeah, I definitely did see you were lacking a little behind there because the rest of them had like 6 and 6, and you had like what was it, 4 and 1, 2, something like that.
Yeah, it was definitely a slow start, and then I think things really got rolling.
Yeah, you were definitely catching up to Boo at the very end. So you made that time up pretty
Catches up to
quickly.
me.
Yeah, I developed Merton strats at the very end. It was a real slow learning spell, but I then forgot to use it on tier 1 of Final Kafka, which could have saved a little bit of time too, probably.
So the one thing I gotta ask both of you, and I see that, how come we didn't keep Go-Go? We went with Strago.
Go ahead, Boo.
I had a lot of espers with good bonuses on them, and Gogo can't equip them. So I just went, and plus, like in a seed like this with the barter system thing, throw isn't very good. I don't have a whole lot of stuff to throw, so I couldn't mimic it really. So I ditched him.
Yeah, I actually did keep Gogo, even though his stats were a little bit low. Basically, I had gone a really long time before finding my 5th character. I think I got Setzer 5th. His stats were low also. I was thinking about those Esper bonuses, but I didn't get all of the magic power Espers until I had, I think, 6 characters. And so I didn't have the same calculation, and then I didn't think I'd have enough time to teach the new guys enough spells for them to be useful at the end.
All right. Yeah, just seeing like everybody who uses different characters differently, just seeing the mimic, wondered how many people would use that in here. And I think we only seen like Zelfer use it during the final battle.
Yeah, definitely. Zephyr used Gogo for quite a long time as well. I was actually making a joke on the fact that he's anti-strat.
That's true.
Because everyone else was using him.
Yeah, I mean, if you can, it kind of depends, right? So if your characters are going to come in, new characters are going to come in at a low level, and you have stuff to mimic, then you might as well keep Gogo. But I wasn't in either of those situations, so I ditched him, and it worked out okay. Like Strago had better spell power and increased it with my magic power espers, but probably could have worked out either way.
Yeah, I definitely can see that.
I was really taking advantage of Gogo's Mimic at the beginning when my MP pool was really small. I had to use Mimic to be able to have enough magic points to take down all the mobs. And then I kept that up kind of towards the end, just being very conservative with it. Since I didn't have any sleeping bags, I was down to 1 tent, and I was kind of holding that in reserve for an emergency. So I was just trying to be, cast a spell with Mog or Celeste and then mimic it with Gogo.
Yeah, I can see that.
I regret not burning my shields early to get through some bosses, because like Umaro fight took way too long, but I hadn't learned my tier 2 spells at that point, so I wanted to keep them shields around, but it ended up costing me a few minutes, I think, so I probably should have burned one and just mimicked my way out of a quick fight, but, I didn't.
I do want to point out that Boo was the only person that had Umaro jump.
Oh, wow, that's brutal.
It was nice to see, just for the memes.
He knows me so well. I also got some Merton strats going at the end, but I only had 3 characters who could actually block it, so I didn't get to use it too much. And also, apparently I got it to 95% and then unequipped the Esper, so I had to spend some extra time to learn it for the final fight.
Oh no!
Yeah,
You probably had the same 3 elemental shields that I found, but I also had a red jacket at the beginning, and that was my 4th piece.
Yeah, I only found 2 elemental shields, and I found the red jacket as well. I don't know where that 3rd one came from.
Yeah, so GG's to you both. That was very good, well played race.
Cool.
Eagle, do you have anything else to say?
GG's. Great job. Great race.
Cool. Thanks, y'all. Appreciate it. Thanks for the commentary, and thanks SpeedGaming, and thanks everybody for watching.
Yep, Boo said it. Thanks.
So as we close this off, do wanna thank you all for tuning in to SpeedGaming on Worlds Collide. Make sure to give our runners a follow. Make sure to give our micro commentator a follow. And make sure to give the restreamer as well as the runners a follow. They're all really great. So, well, we're gonna be rating out, I guess.
Thank you all for tuning in.